Holy fuck! Wow. Alright. We just watched Deca-Dence episode 2. Literally just immediately. It just ended. And so, you know, we are fresh off the boat with this one. How do you feel?
I loved that!
That was fucking awesome!
I loved everything that just happened.
Oh, this is the most unique show that's been made in fucking a decade.
It's so interesting because, like, it feels like it carries the spirit of Gurren Lagann,
yeah,
but it also kind of feels like Kaiba a little bit.
Well, it's the art style,
the art style of, like, the digital
I
avatars.
can't believe this is a real show that I get to watch, and I'm very excited on where this is gonna fucking go. Because, yeah, it has that, like... it's just perfect. It's scratching, like, that itch in my soul of, like, exactly what I want to see. And that twist at the beginning, it just goes in such a different direction immediately, and you're like, alright, that's the bait and switch. This just got 100 times more interesting.
I was already on board just in the premise of the first episode, and then you show me this, and I'm like, oh, well, shit. This is something that I've never seen done before like this. So, yeah.
So I'll say, if for some reason you're watching this and you haven't watched this show yet, please go watch these 2 episodes. You have to watch the 2 episodes together.
A favor.
They really should have aired, like, I don't know if they did air them at the same time and we just didn't know, but, like...
I would say probably not.
You gotta watch both, you know, as episode 1, because...
I don't know.
I
don't agree with that. Well, I liked, you know, experiencing episode 1, having that perception, waiting, and then experiencing episode 2 and being like,
completely turned upside down. Because people were hyping us about, like, oh, episode 2 is crazy, and I'm like... I wasn't ready. Like, there's no way you could predict where it was gonna go. There's no way. And it gets me excited because it's like we're now after episode 2. You still cannot really say where it's gonna go. I have my theories. There's so much you could possibly speculate on.
Read into already for sure.
But yeah,
but you don't know where it's going.
Spoilers. Episode 2 starts and it's immediately revealed that this is a game world.
Yes. And Summer Wars or something to that effect.
Yeah, and so the players are existing in sort of this weird space, and they have like this crazy art style, and like
a very Kaiba Summer Wars.
It's quite hard to explain, you know.
Digital world.
It's like you kind of gotta watch it, but it seems to be these characters are going into this supposed virtual world as these avatars and fighting monsters.
It is a real world that they're going into, but their avatars are being projected into like a real body.
That's what because I have a feeling the people living in the lie are the avatar people. Like the people in their cartoon forms to me are very clearly like because their bodies are essentially robotic and they're piloted by like brain things, like mechanical brains that the big brother like harvests out of them when he's determined that they are like, you know, you have the cheaters and then they cut their body open and they take the brain out and they're like, this is a valuable resource, we're recycling this. Like those I think are people, like those are brains that they are putting in these host bodies that are somehow of value, and like these are the society that is being kept alive right now by the avatars, and like they are being fooled into thinking that this is their reality that does not exist, and that they are going into another world that isn't real, but they are the ones that are not real, you know? Like, I think the humans are real, like, they are just real humans, like, that is humanity, you know? I don't think it's fundamentally changed from what we thought in episode 1, you know? Where it's like, humans are living in this shanty town and they don't really know about what's going on with the world. They just kind of know the basic premise. But I think the humans actually know the reality of the situation, which is that they're living in a giant fucking Mechazoid thing, fucking, and there's monsters everywhere. I think that is the reality of this world. And the Avatar people are involved in this elaborate ruse to have them fight these monsters thinking it's a fucking game when it's not a game, you know? I don't know.
I don't know.
Weird.
I think it's too early to say.
Yeah, it's definitely too early to say, but I feel like that's the direction they're going in, is that, you know, our main guy is one of the people who comes from that world, and he is sent down to eliminate the bugs of the humans, but he is thinking of the humans as these are like programmed things that have bugs in them, you know?
Perhaps,
But I
yes.
think it's more that the humans are flesh and blood humans and just have chips in them.
Oh, I think the humans
like,
are definitely real humans.
They are real humans, and
I don't
he
disagree
is
with
not
that.
a real human. He
Yes.
is an android.
He's definitely some sort of, like, be it a consciousness that's been transferred
Yeah.
into data, something
like,
along those lines.
The player character avatar things are not real humans.
No.
There
No, they're
are
definitely
real
not.
humans in the shantytown, and then there are player character avatars who think they are in this game that they are not in.
I think that the bodies they're inhabiting are real bodies, but
Well,
I don't know how they're
I think
coming
they're like
about
android
getting them.
bodies. Because
Maybe.
he has
I don't
like
know.
a HUD, you know, in his vision.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's clear that he is going from his physical form in the upper world, you know, as a cartoon man, and like digitally going into this host body, because they can go into different host bodies, you know?
I guess I don't really understand why they would bother programming in, like, pain if it's an android body, when you could have a
Yeah, I don't
painless
know.
experience.
It is
If
interesting.
it wasn't a real...
But also
for
they can change
human
their skin
form.
and stuff. You see that
Yeah,
in the
that's
skin
what makes
shop.
me think,
So
well, I
like,
don't know.
yeah. So it
Maybe
seems
it
as though they
is.
are some sort of android bodies. We don't have enough information yet.
Yeah.
But clearly the cartoon bodies are android bodies. Like, we see them get taken apart.
I don't even think they're androids. I think that's, like, a completely digital world.
It could be.
And it's avatars.
I'm not
and it's
sure.
Like, when they take out the brain and, like, disable the body, it's more metaphorical than literal.
Yeah, because they also, like, are shooting up the drugs in their ass and stuff, and, like, you know, like, it seems to be there are physical things happening, but it's such an abstract world that it's hard to imagine that it is.
It's so abstracted that I feel like it could be, you know, you're performing, it's a performative process that then inputs data and makes you feel a thing.
And it could be, you know, that the sort of brain hard drive they're taking out of them is a data thing. I don't know, you know, it's incredibly hard to say. But it does seem as though that world is the lie and the human world is the real physical world. And, like, to some extent, everyone is being fed lies by this Big Brother program, you know?
You quickly realize that both classes are victims of a bigger problem.
And I find it I keep, like, moving off the fucking screen. But yeah, extremely fucking interesting. Very excited. Very fucking cool.
I really enjoyed how expressive they make the avatars.
Yeah,
even though they're so, like, pill shaped and, like, silly, they still come across, like, their emotions read very well, and you know the real emotions that they're feeling.
And the plot is treating them very seriously, like,
even though
their
you're looking
interactions
at these
with each other.
silly boys.
Very fucking cool. So unique. God, I'm very hyped for this. Man, like, wow. What have you seen like this in forever? Like, I mean, it does feel a lot like Gurren Lagann, but, like, honestly, even, like, it's starting off more polished than Gurren Lagann ever was, you know, because Gurren Lagann is janky, and it's very stylistic to cover, like, jankiness, whereas this is just, like, really well done.
It's very solidly executed for sure. It does feel like, you know, they took the experience of working on Gurren Lagann and then they continued to evolve that into something even more polished.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of these guys worked on Gurren Lagann,
I mean, it's Mappa, so...
Mappa has nothing to do with... What are you talking about? Mappa has nothing to do with Gurren Lagann.
No. Anyway, doesn't matter.
You're thinking it went Gynax, Trigger, Mappa came out of Madhouse.
I just feel like there could be staff crossover. There's too much symbolism that's really, really similar.
But it could be that they
between
really wanted to, like, do stuff that's... I mean, they have, like, the glasses and sunglasses.
Like, shit like that.
I don't know.
It just feels... There's tie-ins.
The heart of it feels similar, but I don't think there's any tie-in to Gurren Lagann. I think it's just that they're going for, like, that kind of Gynax aesthetic, you know?
Yeah, it definitely has that Gynax kind of appeal.
Yeah.
At least once they really started incorporating the digital world.
I guess it's just that typically the high-end Mappa stuff tends to be very serious. Like Kabaneri and Attack on Titan, it took this incredibly, like, gritty, serious tone, and this one is like not that at all. It's totally going in another direction that you would expect from a Trigger or a Gynax, but done with the sort of polish that the high-end Mappa shows do. Even though this is Mappa, this is Nut.
This is nuts.
I fucked that up too. But either way, I mean, fucking, geez, these studios are getting confusing. But like, yeah.
I mean, especially considering it's such a young studio, you really don't think there couldn't be any crossover between the staff?
There could be. I don't know. You know, it's hard to say.
It just makes me think. Gives you the
I mean, you know, Space Dandy feels like Gurren Lagann with its bones and its Watanabe, and who gives a shit? Either way. I mean, yeah, it has a sort of Space Dandy-esque feel in a sense. Kaiba-esque feel because of the art design. It's there's nothing like this.
This is certainly
it's very unique.
Very unique. And especially given the fact there's like one other decent show airing this season, there's really no reason not to at least try Deca-Dence.
Yeah, this is fucking way more interesting than fucking God of High School, and like this would have been the most interesting thing regardless of what season it came out in. This is crazy,
but especially for this, where there's so little being offered. Like,
I really hope
like
it continues to be good.
That's probably a perfect setup for this show, because we don't have the usual deluge of shows, and so the good stuff really should float to the top.
I really hope it
everyone should be able to see it. It should be super visible, and I hope that's what happens here.
Yeah.
I hope it continues to be great, and it's visible enough that it gets a big following.
Yeah. I don't want to call it too soon, you know? Yeah, I get really excited. I'm like, God, I just really hope it's good, because it feels, it's in my kokoro. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking love this. This is fucking great.
God, please.
Very hype. All right, well, I guess that was our gushing reaction. People really wanted us to talk about episode 2. I understand now. Definitely, like, I don't regret talking about episode 1, because if we had watched them both together, everything that happened in episode 2 would have completely overshadowed what we had to say about the first episode.
Yeah. But I think it was a good experience to do it that way.
Yeah, but damn, holy fuck. Definitely a must-watch experience. Even just these 2 episodes together. Like, these 2 episodes together, to me, are better than most entire anime. So I would say at least watch these 2 episodes if it goes to shit after this.
These first 2 episodes existing is worth more than every fucking mediocre phone game adaptation for the past 10 seasons. Yeah. It contributes more than all of those things. Say a prayer to Based Imaishi that this continues to be amazing. Dear God, please.
To Based Imaishi, who has nothing to do with this show.
We're putting good vibes into the universe. Stop.
Imaishi vibes.
Yes.
I guess is this like making up for the lack of Gurren Lagann-ness that B&A was?
I suppose it is.
Like, everyone wanted B&A to be Gurren Lagann, and then it wasn't, so no one liked it. And so this is like, oh shit. Oh fuck. Nice. Are we getting it? Are we getting Gurren Lagann 2020? Is it finally time? Are we getting another one?
You smell?
Has it been long enough?
It's been over a decade, right?
Oh my god. All right, cool. That's all I have to say about that.
Go watch Deca-Dence. Do it right now. Turn this video off.
Holy shit.
Like and subscribe, and then turn this video off. Ring the bell before you go, and then turn this video off, and then go watch Deca-Dence.